Vintage Fender P bass, precision bass, is a bass that I started up on. Actually, I started up on a Fender Mustang in 8th grade because my hands hadn't grown yet. But I played bass in quite a while, and it was my main instrument in all the rock bands I played in. I played mostly bass and drums, but a little out of practice. But it's fun. Calluses need to come back. Let's see what we got here. Well, that's called Nasty Dogs and Funky Things by ZZ Top. I knocked the guts and he understands. That's a old Fleetwood Mac song. Where are we here? Twist and Crawl, English beat song, Twist and Crawl. I played all these in bands years ago. I'm just trying to remember. Boogie Woogie Woogie. Anyway, it's fun. So I played bass mostly in the rock bands and all the different bands, reggae bands I played in over the years. So a little bit of history on my musical history. Drums was my first instrument. I was playing pots and pans when I was about 5 years old. I got into drums first, and I still drum. And then I was in orchestra in 6th grade. I started playing cello, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then around 8th grade, some friends came to me and said they needed a bass player because their bass player quit or something. And I said, do you know that the cello and bass are two separate instruments and stringed differently? And they said, it's okay, you'll figure it out. So that started my journey in the rock and roll bands of playing bass. And I have a Gibson Ripper, which I've played on here before. That's back at the house, which I got that from a dear friend of mine, Pat Pfeiffer, but I was always, years ago, I always wanted a Gibson Ripper because it's the bass that Gene Simmons played in Kiss, and I was in the Kiss Army. But man, I played bands, helped me pay my way through college. We were playing farm towns in Twin Falls, Idaho. Our band, we weren't even old enough to drive at night. The drummer's mom used to drive us to gigs in farm towns to play. But it was a passion. We played, we practiced. We partied, but as all of our friends were out partying on weekends, a lot of us, most of the time, we were playing in a church basement just hours and hours. A lot of musicians, you've heard the quote that my overnight success took me 10 years. Well, any musician who's out there now, who's playing, who's had success, who's still going, there's thousands and thousands of hours behind all that. We did it, you know, and every night, it's a passion. So it's been fun to play bass. I'm at my buddy Pat's house, and he's got all these basses I've been taking down and starting to practice a little bit. But bass has always been with me, and then I got into guitar and piano and all the other things too. I like to say I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But since I sobered up about 15 years ago, I was born with a gift to be able to pick instruments up and just play them. It's always been a gift for me. I've known that, and to have a good ear, because also music's mathematics and things like that. But my thing was, because I was so ADD, I guess you could call it, but also when I started drinking, everything I would do something just enough. I would do something just enough and never finish it or never complete or keep, I always practiced, but I'd pick an instrument up and know it just enough to get, though I knew inside if I put a little more time into it, I'd get much, much better because I had the talent, I thought. So when I sobered up about 15 years ago, I actually started completing things. And a lot of things changed, of course, but I started practicing a lot more. And piano especially, I realized, hey, I'm a pretty decent piano player, and bass. And so just takes practice, and it's been fun. So anything you want to hear? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I. So bass, if you don't know, is the bottom end of the guitar, meaning bottom octave lower. These four strings here, the E, A, D, and G, on a guitar going from the bottom up, it's the same strings. The guitar has an extra two strings on top, the B and the E. But the bass is just an octave below that, so it's the bottom end. In any good band, the bass and the drums are in sync. They're the rhythm section. They're the bottom end holding the band together. And most bands I was in, I used to get together with a drummer, just me and the drummer, working on our, listening to each other, knowing how to play. Okay, just wanted to share that a little bit. Maybe a little bit more of my musical history later, but this has been fun. And here's something for you.